Good afternoon and welcome to the first part of a 4-part little mini Florida road trip series. If I haven't met you before, my name is Amber. I have moved from the UK to the US and I'm exploring as much of the country as possible, giving my reviews, recommendations and the thoughts of a Brit for the first time. So if that's something that interests you, go ahead and hit subscribe. I also wanted to mention here something I don't mention very often. The whole reason that I create this content is to try and build a personal brand, and the whole reason to build a personal brand and monetize the content is to try and start a charity to help the homeless and war veterans of America. So just by hitting subscribe and tuning into this video today, you are helping me with that mission, so thank you. We start this little 4-part series on Captiva Island. You may have heard of this island. It's about 3 hours up from South Florida. It's on the southwest of Florida, and it was hit a couple of years ago by a devastating hurricane, Hurricane Ian. A lot of it was torn up and they've been on a hard mission to rebuild Captiva and the neighboring island of Sanibel, which I hope to also visit during this trip, but I'm on island time, so we'll see how much we can squeeze in. I'm staying at the Tween Waters Resort here on Captiva Island and it is absolutely stunning. So we're going to start this vlog with a little bit of a tour of the resort. Then we're going to chill out on the beach this afternoon, maybe hang by the pool, have something delicious to eat. And then in the morning, we're going to be taking a cruise with Captiva Cruises across to Cabbage Key, which you might have heard of from the song Cheeseburger in Paradise. Plans to be a lovely 24-hour pit stop as the first stop of our road trip. We've already said that we want to spend the entire duration of the road trip here because it is like a little slice of the Bahamas. So let me show you around the resort. We're going to go into a couple of rooms. You can get an idea of what it's like if you're able to come and stay here. Gorgeous is this resort. I feel like I'm in the Bahamas, but it was just less than a 3-hour drive from Fort Lauderdale. I can guarantee that we're going to be spending a lot of vacation time up here because it really feels like we're able to switch off. I'm about to lose my hat. It's a little bit windy and a little bit hot. So I'm going to take you now to show you our cottage. We're staying in Pelican Cottage, which is another stunning little property. So I'm going to show you that and then I'm going to get changed into my swimwear and we're going to go and lounge on the Gulf of Mexico. This is our little slice of paradise. This is Pelican Cottage. It's a 2-bedroom. You can see Rory's already made himself at home. His stinking socks are on the sofa. Bedroom number 1 is on the front of the property. Gorgeous big bed, all of our stuff on it. Here's the shared bathroom with a massive shower. And then bedroom number 2. At the back, nice and private. Okay, give me approximately 30 seconds to take these clothes off and get a bikini on. Okay, swimsuit on, let's go to the beach, and I'm leaving these microphones behind, so I apologize in advance for the sand noise. Just kidding, my family decided to go to the pool first. freshened up and now it's time to get some dinner. Now there are 3 restaurants here at the resort. Our choice is made a little bit easier because it's a Monday night tonight, and on Monday night their steakhouse called the Crow's Nest is closed, but I am going to get up there a little bit later because apparently the sunset is beautiful from there. So the other 2 restaurants we have to choose from, one is called Old Captiva House. That's apparently the original one that's been here for the longest, and that's quite like an upmarket, like lots of seafood, lots of expensive meats and things, really lovely atmosphere. And then the second one is called the Shipyard. That's more of a family friendly, like a really nice kind of pub vibe. So I'm going to just show you in both of the restaurants now before we sit down to eat. I think we're going to go to Old Captiva House, so you'll see the food there. They also make their own pizza fresh here, and I've been told you can order that in the Shipyard. Duck over there, some lamb chops with Josh's elbow, and some braised short ribs. That's what I ordered. That meat is falling off the bone. So good. I'm gonna need a spoon for this. You don't want to waste any. I'm glad we didn't have a starter though. They're definitely American portions in here. Oh, Josh is getting stuck in before I've had a picture. That was absolutely delicious. Our bellies are incredibly full. I've just dropped Rory off to go to bed because he's extremely tired after a busy day on the beach and the pool, and now I'm gonna head back to the Crow's Nest, the steakhouse, which is closed on a Monday, and see if I can catch a sunset. But I've got low expectations because there is a little bit of wispy cloud knocking around, but cross your fingers that it clears up just in time. This is the Crow's Nest. This is the steakhouse, which is apparently the creme de la creme of the 3 restaurants that they have here. Not open on a Monday. They do private parties. I thought there was one tonight, but there isn't, so I got lucky. I've got this whole venue to myself, and I'm gonna look right out onto the Gulf of Mexico and hopefully catch a little bit of nice pink skies, but we'll see. It's looking a little bit cloudy at the minute. I'm hoping when it dips behind those big wispy ones there that it's gonna light the sky. I just can't believe that this is a view in a restaurant. My top tip, if you're staying at Tween Waters Resort, eat at the Crow's Nest and book a table for sunset, because looking out on this view, it's just mesmerizing. It's just giving all of those vacation vibes. I am so relaxed right now. It's crazy. That sunset was beautiful, although I'm a little confused because it is now all the way down, like it's below sea level, but it's still pretty light out here. I've never actually watched a sunset before. It's not something you get that hype about in the UK, but I can understand why all the Florida girlies that I follow go mad for a sunset now, because yeah, that was stunning. Anyway, I'm heading back to our little beachy cottage. We're just gonna chill out tonight, get Rory to bed, get a nice rest, and then tomorrow we'll be up and about ready for our little cruise to Cabbage Key. So I'll see you again when we get up in the morning. Morning! We're up and we're out, and we're on our way for breakfast before we go for our cruise.
That's the best granola I've ever had. Really good.
That was absolutely delicious, but as always, we didn't account for how long Rory takes to eat, so I'm running back to the cottage now to get changed so that we're not late for our cruise. Wish me luck. We are at McCarthy's Marina in Captiva. The drive here from Tween Waters was stunning. I'm going to get some footage as we're driving out of all the insane houses here. They're just amazing. And we are now waiting to get on our boat. It's Captiva Cruises that are taking us out to Cabbage Key today, and the boat is called Lady Chadwick, and I've been told that we're very, very fortunate to be riding on Lady Chadwick today because that's one of their original boats It was destroyed in the Hurricane Ian, and they have lovingly rebuilt it, and she looks amazing. So I'll make sure I show you all around as we're crossing over to Cabbage Key, and hopefully we see some dolphins. As we were coming into Cabbage Key there, the guy on the boat was telling us all about the history of the island. It was actually bought to be a private residence for a playwright in America called Mary Roberts something, I've forgotten her last name, but she was often compared to the American version of Agatha Christie. That was the genre that she used to write, and apparently she had some really quite popular plays. Some got onto Broadway. One was called The Butler Did It, which is a phrase that you'll probably know. And anyway, she bought the island. She had it privately. She had a private home, and then as years passed, it ended up becoming a public island. There is now an inn and a restaurant, which we're going to go visit shortly here, and it was often used by fishermen. So fishermen would be out on the water, they would come and have something to eat here, and then they would go back out onto their little private fisherman huts and things that are around that you will have seen on the footage of the boat there, and then they would leave a dollar with their name written on it behind the bar so that they had a line of credit. So next time they came, if they had a bad fishing day and they didn't make much money, they could pop in for something to eat and know that they had some cash here. And over the years, people, the servers and the owners of the restaurant have started to pin them to the walls, and there's now between $70,000 and $100,000 worth of bills on the walls and the ceiling. So I'm excited to see that. As it falls off, the servers collect it, and that money gets donated to charity, local charities, often storm charities when there are terrible disasters. And apparently somewhere in the region of $15,000 a year is generated from money falling off the walls. So it's pretty hot today, pretty humid because there's a little bit of low cloud cover. So we're going to have a little bit of a walk, try and spot some wildlife, show you around the island a bit. It's only very tiny, but it's really sweet and really beautiful, lots of nature. And then we will go and get something to eat. cheeseburgers taste pretty good in Paradise. It's actually one of the best cheeseburgers I've ever had. It's so soft. The frozen key lime pie comes highly recommended. Never had a frozen one. We'll give it a go. Oh, nice and cold. That's just what you need. You like it? Josh can't handle the tart. Do you like it? Is it yummy? Cheese sandwich. Grilled cheese sandwich. You want more? Oh, okay. We'll get you some more. Here you go. Oops. Oh, we'll get you some more. Here you go. Oh, he likes that. That was fab. We just sat and chatted to the manager for a little while. He was telling us all about the money and the people. He reckons they have about 146,000 people pass through there. They had over 700 people in there for Mother's Day, and it's not the biggest venue, so I can imagine how hectic that was, but brilliant that they've got such a trade. I can understand why too. The food was great, lots of fresh fish options and delicious cocktails, and I got a t-shirt and it's got all the cool facts on the back. Look, check it out. Oh, how cool is that? And now it's time to get back on the Lady Chadwick and cruise our way back over to Captiva. We've had a lovely little day trip. Would recommend using this service to get here. You can only get here by boat, so unless you've got your own boat, you want to take a tour boat. And this one is a great one. We've had a great time, learnt lots, seen lots, and had some delicious food, and that's a good day out for me. See you when we're back on dry land. And now we're back on dry land, and we're about at the end of our little Captiva vlog. What I want to show you as we're driving out of Captiva and back towards Hannibal is some of the property here, because we just really enjoyed when we were driving in. So that's going to be the last little slice of Captiva that I show you, heading into the car now. So much for watching. We're now on to the next stop of our little 4-part Florida road trip series, which is Sarasota, so make sure you're tuned in next week to see that. And as I said at the beginning, if you've watched this all the way through, I really appreciate you. If you could go ahead and click subscribe, even better. We're going to raise lots of money with this content for the homeless and war veterans of America. See you next time.